Tuesday morning here in central Vietnam, in the rural area of central Vietnam. I'm doing this now, not during, we've gotten, if it rains all day, which it's supposed to, and all night, will eclipse 48 hours of straight rain. There have been some huge deluges, some seriously huge, massive downpours that have occurred during this period. But as you can see, this is the rice field next to the house. There's our wall. Look at that, it actually slowed down to a almost drizzle. There's no risk of flooding. I'm not living in a floodplain. This ground out area here where rice is growing, yeah, sure, it's filled with water, but big deal. It's not like out here, as you can see, where it's like, oh my God, get the lifeboats out. No, that's not happening. So as far as flooding is concerned, I mean, it would have to rain for a month straight, and then maybe would be cause for concern. But as it stands, everything's holding up very well in terms of the house. You know, in terms of, you know, is there a hole in the roof where water is pouring in and we're in big trouble because they did something seriously wrong and now water is just gushing into the house? Nothing like that. Whoa. It's starting to increase. Ay. Back under the shelter. Now, are there any problems? There's very minor. We have a few, little leaks where the porch overhang we had built connects to the house. So a little bit of caulking when it dries, and that problem is solved. But in the meantime, we're collecting the rainwater, and why not? These are the old paint buckets from the build that we are utilizing to grab some of the rainwater. We don't have any kind of rain catch system built yet. That probably might happen next year. But all those 5-gallon buckets are full with rainwater, and of course, God, that's gotta be 20 gallons, maybe that holds. So yeah, you can see we've gotten some more plantings in. Our grass is starting to come in. It'll take a little while after the rainy season and during the rainy season, but particularly after the rainy season when things dry out and get sunny, and we'll get into the winter season, which can be kind of cool but dry. And then as we turn into the new year, the weather, there's a 4-month period of weather which is just absolutely gorgeous. This grass will fill in. It's getting there. It is growing, which is good, and eventually it'll cover that whole area. So yeah, the rainy season has arrived. We were getting spots of rain maybe once or twice a week for a little while, but now it's here. And like I said, we're gonna get into 48 to maybe 72 hours of rain. Then we're gonna get a mini break, and then there's a big storm developing in the East China Sea which will arrive, I think, next week sometime, and then I forget about it. It's going to get crazy again. But for now, it's not so bad. Well, that's an incorrect statement. It's doing well. The rain is doing well, and it's been needed. Now look at that, it's really slowed down to a trickle. There's our muddy boots. Eventually I'll put some kind of a rack here to hold that, but for now we just got them on the ground. But let me reiterate that things are holding up very well. We have zero leakage of any kind anywhere within the home. Excuse me. So we're safe and dry. And zero risk of flooding. I don't care how bad it rains. Just everything is wet. It's wet. And cozy. We're cozy here. Nice and cozy. Yeah, it's really slowed down here for a moment, momentarily. And it does put a stoppage to our work. Excuse me again. So, I mean, if we get a break in the rain or whatever, we can come out here and do something. But for now, we're at a point where we're at a standstill to a degree. The grass is really growing like crazy, which is fine. The way I look at it, I have no issues with this whatsoever. Let it become dense, because as you may recall, previously this was just bare dirt, and the soil was very hard and compact, clayish kind of soil. So this grass that's growing in here is going to help loosen up a little bit or provide some kind of nutrients. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But what I will tell you is it is a little bit of protection from moisture. It is helpful to the soil. So we ordered a trimmer from the equivalent of Amazon here. And when it arrived, it was crap. When we opened the box, it looked old and dirty and maybe even partially used. So it had to be shipped back, but that's not very surprising for Vietnam and for the whole trade shipping system out here in Southeast Asia. So we're going to give that another try. I can run up to the main road back here and buy a gas-powered trimmer without even breaking a sweat. A powerful Ryobi or Husqvarna, or they sell some very good gas-powered trimmers here. But what we ordered was cool. What we ordered was a battery-powered one, a lightweight battery-powered one, because we don't have a ton of shit that I need a gas-powered trimmer for. And I want it to be lightweight and ergonomic so that my wife can use it. My teeny little wife can use it also. So we're going to give that another shot. And we're going to have to get a dry spell of weather before I can come out here and trim all this grass. But for now, grow, baby, grow. I don't really care. Eventually it'll be trimmed. And once it's trimmed out, it'll look great. So I have no concerns about the growth of this grass at this particular stage in time. We're going to grow it, let it do its thing, and then we're reordering. We're going to give that Shopee Amazon type thing out here another try and try to reorder a battery powered trimmer, grass trimmer, weed whacker and hopefully the second time will be a charm, and we'll get something that's functional, new, in good condition in terms of the shippage. And then once it dries out, it'll take maybe an hour to trim all this down, and then it'll look great. It'll look good. And then if we decide to plant anything in any sections here, we'll just cut it out. I think I mentioned that before. A lot of little things are growing. That's what the rainy season is for. We've got some stuff in the ground. We've got some stuff being established. And so, like the grass, et cetera, et cetera, let all this stuff, get that good rainwater, and then eventually, once the rainy season ends and begins to dry out a bit, all this stuff will just explode and fill out. So looking forward to that. But yeah, the roof and everything, windows, no leaks, which is great. You never know. But with the deluge of rain that we've gotten, it's a good test of the first rainy season in the new house. So we're doing okay. I'm relieved to know that there's nothing of any serious issues going on. So we did get a break yesterday in the rain, believe it or not, for about an hour, and I ran down to my fishing spot to do a little fishing, and did okay. Caught about 5 tilapia in about an hour's time, so I had a little fun. And then I had some rain gear, and it started to rain a little bit, and by the time I walked from down there to the gate, it began to freaking pour. So I came back at the right time. I didn't chance it and say, I don't think it's gonna get any worse. I don't think we've seen the worst of it yet. So that's it, man. Gray skies, rainy weather, cozy inside, quiet outside, relaxing, and just living the life.